she hates that. But I think the reason why Revi had different feelings about him now is because she hasn't been stood up against like that for a long time. Everyone just back off because, she's dangerous. But Rocco's like, I don't care if she's dangerous. She's not going to talk to me that way. Especially as he said he was right that if it hadn't been for Revi, he wouldn't even be in that situation because she dragged him along, and he was right. And sadly, as Rock said, his life was shit. They were going to abandon Rock for money when he was working with that Japanese company. They didn't give two shits about Rock. They were getting ready to get rid of him on a moment's notice. They didn't care. But it is sad though that in a later series that he's becoming more darker than he started out with. So it is gain to him. You start, seeing humans sacrificing people as negotiable. So it's not like that wasn't going to happen anytime soon. Because in that lifestyle, that's what you're going to expect. Even as disturbing Revy, I'm like, well, girl, what do you think was going to happen? And Rock was in a position of seeing a lot of really disgusting shit. Like the two children, Hansel and Gretel, what they did to them in those orphanage. Like when they didn't have any use for them, they just use them as playthings, and then they just left to defend themselves and become psychotic killers. Then we have women like Roberta that's only been trained to be a weapon, and then after that she didn't have any other purpose but to do that because that's all she was built to do. Then she found one good thing in her life, and that was taken away from her. And then she went back to being, the bloodhound during the whole blood trail. Then she's just completely fucked up after that. It's like, well, and now Garcia is the one that's taking care of her now. I mean, well, yeah, because she can't fight anymore. That's not gonna happen.
Hmm.
And sadly, I think something like that had to happen to her so she won't fight anymore because she's programmed to do that. And unfortunately, that's just real shit that people can't just escape that and go, oh, you can grow out of, being freaking, a freaking like mercenary for your most of your adult life and your childhood, and you're just trained to kill these people over here. The same thing with child soldiers. They kidnap kids and then they turn them into soldiers by brainwashing them. And it's almost impossible to get them out of that. And that's going on in Africa as we're sitting here. So, isn't something that's relatively new. And the sad thing is, people do know that such a thing like that exists, but they don't care because it's they say it's not their problem. We don't see it, therefore it doesn't exist. And I think if a child so in a kind of way there is going on, because if you know, and I think Event talked about this several years ago, where what was it? It was Philadelphia. It was home base grooming kids into joining the military by using um, Call of Duty and Battlefield to do so. Even though parents are not supposed to do that, like allow their kids to have access to those games. But I personally saw myself a parent giving a 13-year-old Call of Duty 3. The person at the register knew what she was doing, but what can she say? If the parent buys it, then she's going to give it to the kid. And as you know, a cash registry is not going to lecture the parent to be a better parent. And don't buy games that are not suited for kids. And she literally was showing her, don't give this to your kid. Like, look at this right here. Like, look at this. This is the rating system. She didn't care. All that matters is this video game is going to distract my kid so I can do other things other than raise my damn kid. Like, how are you supposed to, what are you supposed to do? Don't tell me to raise my kid. It's like, well, someone needed to. Because, yeah, that kid was at least 13, maybe even younger. It's like, lady, have some self control. And then, if you didn't want kids in the first place, maybe you should have never had them in the first place. If they're too much crapping your style, it's like, what the fuck? Because you can't complain about violent video games and then you shove one down their throat so that you can do other things besides being a parent. So you can't go there. Oh, that like that one article I think I told you I was writing that 75-page paper, like blaming what was it? Blaming fucking man not yeah, was it Manhunt 2? And then it
Yeah.
found that like, oh, it was her. She was the one that fucking bought the game. It wasn't her friend, wasn't his friend that had the game. It was freaking her that bought it. And even then she tries to deny that truth even today. Like, get out of here. Really? We found out it was her. So she instead tries to double down and try to tell people, oh, that's not true. Yes, it is. It totally is.
And the media just ate it up.
Yeah, and their job is to fact check. It was an easy check. Do you really want me to tell you how it was so easy for them to find out? She still had the receipts.
Hmm.
And since it's a small town, they recognize her buying the damn game. And secondly, the mom says that she never bought that game for her kid. So how can her kid have access to it unless her son brought the game over to that person's house? So you can't blame the friend, you have to blame the freaking mom. Because not only she bought the freaking game, he brought the game that she bought for him to her friend's house and they played it. So it's like, what are you getting at, lady? All you're doing is make yourself sound worse than you actually are. And unfortunately, people are not going to listen because, oh, she's a mom and we're sympathetic. I'm like, I don't give a fuck how sympathetic you are. She's a lying bitch. And she'll try to say anything to justify her stupid behavior. And sadly, there's more cases like that. That was just in the UK. There's a lot of instances like that there in this country. Because you can't blame video games for your shitty kid's actions. And the reason why your kid is shitty and misguided because he has parents like yourselves. But of course, they don't want to hear that. No one wants to put these parents on trial about how their kids act. Yes, kids can be nasty. Like you and I both know this. We seen them when we grew up, and even when we are grown up now, that still hasn't changed. But it doesn't change the fact that the reason why these kids are still or continue to be assholes is because their parents, their neighbors, and even the freaking school allow it to happen. They wouldn't do what they do unless they know they can get away with it, just like bad drivers. You think they not know that they're bad drivers? Of course they do. They're not stupid. What's going to prevent them from not being bad drivers is enforcing the law, not just moving out of the way. That just says, oh, they're going to allow me to do where the fuck I want anyway. That's all it tells people. Is people are just pushovers and we can just drive and do whatever the hell we want, even if we are killing people in the process. It's like, oh, they're in my way, so who cares? They die. It's like, what the hell? It's insane how scary it is that people just act that way so casually. It's like, who cares? They're dead. Like, whatever. They should have gotten out of the way. I'm sorry, people, but that just terrifies me how people are just so casual about it. It's like, oh, whatever. So what? They died. Not our problem. But as soon as it's, like people in their neighborhood that they care about, and then suddenly the waterworks happen, like, oh my god, that's so tragic. But whatever, I'm just preaching to convert it. It's like it's not like you have don't have stories of your own of these stupid incidents. And sadly, more will come, especially the Gen Zs are even worse than Gen Y. They grew up having cell phones, they grew up with technology. They literally can't even talk to each other unless they text one another. That's sad. I've seen that happen. I've seen people who just meet in person and they end up communicating through text
Mm.
because they just cannot talk to each other like normal, like ordinary people. And Comic Book Girl says something similar, like she came in, she went to this party, and all these people are just mostly Gen Zers, and then they get all shy and everything, and then they start. It's like they text each other, then they talk, they try to meet each other, they got scared, then they went to the other room and start texting their friends again. It's like these people are so incapable of having a human connection without their technology. It's like you just said you guys are friends, but you can't stay friends in person. You only can do that through tech. Like, why? Because they don't know how to handle human interaction. And then she was saying, like, the guy that invited her is like, I'm so glad a human being is here that remembers what it's like to talk to another human being, and that's sad. Like, these people are so withdrawn. I mean, I don't really like people much, but I do know how to talk to somebody. I know eye contact. These people are so wired and they're just so like opinionated, and there's even people around our age or even younger, older that does that shit. But geez, you cannot make a freaking human connection. You have to talk to each other through freaking text message. Just freaks them the fuck out. It's like, good lord. Because if that doesn't depress people, I don't know what would. Because that's just insane to me. That people are just reduced to that. Just like they just established that they're friends, and then they turn around, go to separate rooms, start texting and giggling, and then they try doing that again. Because in some way, that's kind of fascinating to see, but also very sad and very pathetic. It's almost like I can't talk to you unless I'm on Skype, not Skype, Discord or text. Even though I've spoken to you before in school in person before. I mean, that's a whole new level of being shy or anything. It's like, what the hell's wrong with these people? It's like the whole human interaction thing scares the shit out of them. And I said, how do they go to work then? Like, even if it's like online, don't they have to meet up or something? Like, I don't know anymore. It's just, that's just a bit much, but that's a thing. The people are like that now. And I wonder what happens if all the internet and all the electricity is gone. Would they go insane? Probably. Because that's how these people communicate. I'll get rid of this and delete. Okay. Close, close, and close. Next. Um, I'll keep that. And I will. You know what? You can close this. Had my thrill. Open this. open. Come on, load it. Why does this stupid calculator need to be updated for the seventh time? What, it's gonna be good for calculus or something? Because it still looks the same to me. Like, what the fuck? Windows. If I can't do graphs on that calculator, then what is the point of upgrading it? You would think after all these upgrades on either the calculator or anything else, it'd be more and more sophisticated. It's still the same thing you use when you want to add something up specifically with a calculator, and so oh, it's the same thing. I can't use graphs on it or anything because I have a graphing calculator still, and surprisingly, it has some dead pixels in it, but it still works. But it's like I would assume that this calculator on this computer will now able to do the same thing, but it doesn't. It's just we're gonna upgrade a upgrade a upgrade a upgrade a upgrade. Yay. And why and I keep avoiding freaking Baldur's Gate 1? Not because I may beaten it already, or maybe it's because it has how many achievements again? Was it 100 and what now? Here we go. It has 117 plus. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 128 achievements. That's a lot. But then again, so does Binding of Isaac. Probably has more than that. In an RPG, I think you got me before, and I bought its prequel or the first game. That one has a lot of achievements too. I think it's called. Let me see. Is it in the eyes or is it? Let me see. I'm in the eyes right now. No. Is it the L's? Is it the M's? Don't think it's the R, so I think it's in around the mid. Oh, it's L, I think. Here we go. I know it's in the L's. It's, yeah, Last Dream. This one has 236 achievements. I only have 177. I don't think I got all the treasure. I think I missed one, and it's one of those things where you better get it now, otherwise you miss it forever until you play the game again. Okay, 166 out of 240. That game has a long, ridiculous dungeon. Good lord. Sometimes people need to stop overdoing that kind of thing. Longer dungeons doesn't make it hard. It just makes it irritating. And oh yes, there's Amnesia. But this time playing it on my PC. Did I play? Oh, I played a little bit of it. This game, I won't even give too much shit about hide and get scared. I was more complaining about how you can't set traps, you can't slow enemies down. It's just, why can't I do that? If I can't fight them, can I at least slow them down? If I'm gonna hide and get scared, at least give me the ability to at least have some defense. But no, no defense. You can either hide, wait, and go. All you have is to, one, make sure you have light. And make sure that your sanity doesn't go low, otherwise, you freak the fuck out. And that's very often in that game. And Baldur's Gate 3 is 137.22, but I can't touch you because I need to do 1 and 2. And I said it a bunch of times, but yes, it needs to be repeated. How's is 6.6% achieve? Uh, Only 6.6% of people got this achievement. Back to basics. Speak to all the Candlekeep tutors and learn what they have to teach you. So people just went and just played the game and not even bothered talking to the tutors. Okie dokie, guys. I just do that naturally because, well, usually you get things when you get done with a tutorial, and you do. But these people, like, we want to go, we want to explore. And then all of a sudden, they end up getting their ass kicked because they're so obsessed about just getting up and go. It's like, this is not Call of Duty. Shit. Yeah, Cosmic Star Heroes. Fun game. And I got every single freaking achievement. Just 33 of them. They're not too bad. Do remember that annoying boss fight. But you just gotta know your characters, know their abilities, and you'll do fine. Oh yeah, there's this Dread X collection you gave me a long time ago. Need to try out that game sometime. And Fight and Rage. Haven't even touched this game yet. Flame in the Flood. Hmm. Yeah, you gave me Forgive Me, Father, and the second game's already out already. And there's Half-Life 1. Got that from free from Steam. Because I know the orange box doesn't give it to you, but it gives you everything else. At least I got the first game, the classic. But don't you need the first game to do that one mod, or is that a separate one on its own? Black Mesa. I think Black Mesa is by itself, right? That you don't need Half-Life to play it. I think you told me that. I think I should still have on my wish list. Yeah, now it's back to being $10. And there's a, oh, this is Half-Life Day. You get a free copy of this game if you want. It's like, okay. Okie dokie. Oh yes, Ellie Noir. The DLC bundle, I think that came with the game. So I don't think it let me go to the store page because I remember correctly when I bought this game, I didn't have to buy the DLC. It's the complete edition. So you're gonna get all of it anyway. Yep, LA Noir. It gives you everything. And I mean everything. I mean Xbox and PlayStation exclusive stuff. So you get to do every single mission, which is nice. La Melania 1 and La Melania 2. This game was really hard. And it's a remake of the original one for the MSG. You know, the same system that had the original two Metal Gear games. Only 5.5 people in the world, or at least has the game, only beat this game, okay? Beat this game within 40 hours, all the treasure box, every item slot, got all emails, called for every point. Yeah, the email one was annoying. Welcome to Hell Temple. Obtain all MX software. 2.0%. 0.9%. So I got all the treasure. Yeah, not a lot of people have this game. La Melania 1. Unlock every encyclopedia entry. Obliterated all guardians without using secondary weapons. Which means if I play the game again, I can use secondary weapons now. Yay. Life is strange, whatever. I do not want to hear that her alleged best friend bitch and moan about, oh my god, people don't like me. I can see why, because you're an annoying bitch. If you play the game, you probably would see how annoying this girl is. Because I don't see myself playing that on stream. I am not going to do that. Because this is how annoying she is. This character is so annoying. I'd rather play Resident Evil 8 than play that part again. It's like, no. Because you literally have to, like, solve this mystery. It's kind of like Groundhog's Day. Except it reminds me of another game for PlayStation 2 that got mixed reviews because it wasn't, I think it had like a specific glitch or whatever, or it didn't flesh out much. It was called Ephemeral Fantasia. Like you only had like 5 days until you deal with the mystery of the island. It's an RPG slash guitar hero, if that makes sense. That your character is a musician and a thief. That he hides his sword in the guitar, so his scabbard is a guitar. And and then I showed Gabe the game, and he was telling me that the areas in the castle where you go to a different alternate dimension or a portal, that's something that's also in Quest for Glory as well too. Saying that it's a space type of thing where if you notice there's danger or someone's a threat to you, you can trap them to a different realm and they'll just die in there and people won't notice. Oh yeah, Soul Reaver. This game. I remember being the first one, but never beating the second one.
Become my soul reaver.
What a sad story. As I know how the game ends, I've been following it for a long time, and I'm like, really, it's a circle? It's like this asshole becomes leader of all these vampires, these monsters. Then the very guy that his most loyal soldier, he fucked him over because of his fear of him taking him down. It's like, dude, you're the reason why he's trying to kill you. So why do you have to rip up his wing? Because he can fly than you? So what, he didn't need Red Bull to fly? Well, screw you, Kane. Shit. I'm jealous because you have wings, bitch. Because it's like, it doesn't matter what you choose, because you have to choose the option that makes sense with the rest of the stuff. Because if you don't, then then basically the other games won't exist. So you have to choose what they want you to choose. Like, no, you have to choose this. You have to choose this ending because it'll make sense for Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2 and all the other Blood Omen games. Like, really? Because, geez, when you played him, he was such an idiot. Man, that guy. And even after all of that, all that destruction, all the war, and all of that, and that's when it ends up happening. Like, I don't know who I'm more like. It's hard for me to even get pissed off at Cain. I'm more pissed off with the gods in general because they knew exactly what was going to happen and let it happen anyway. So, like, what's the point of you guys then? You're pretty much telling us that he's fucked either way. So, just give him, just allow him to kill himself and end the whole thing. But it's like, no, we want to keep this shit going because we're bored.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm more pissed off with the gods than Cain. Cain in the end was just a puppet.
And you wonder, and we wonder why he actually picked the ending.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I would too.
It's like you're pretty much telling him his life is over. That regardless of what he does, it wouldn't make a difference anyway because it's like you do all this shit, you do all these things, and it's like, yeah, they're pretty much telling you, dude, that regardless of what you do or say, they have you by the balls and you're just gonna have to do all these stupid things. Okay, a tremor.
Yeah.
That was brief.
Yeah.
Good thing it's not a big one. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah.
Oh, this game updated? Oh, this was like before. Okay, last time I played was June 2022, and this was Jan. What was the patches? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I played as like before the patch, so continue. Oh yeah, the game Ghost. I haven't even finished that game yet. Where is it? It's called Ghost, right? Because this is Mini Ghost. It's like a D remake. Yeah, Ghost 1.0. The last time I played was 2017. Left for Dead. Well, it's obvious going to be 0 out of 73, including its sequel, Dead Left for Dead 2, which Gabe played previously, but I don't know when was that. Last time I played was 2019, and this was 2016. That's the first game. Haven't touched Defiance of Legacy of Kain. Doesn't tell you the time of Soul Reaver because I did play that game. So where's my time, dude? Because I did play it. The painful definitive edition. So they upgraded this game for me. Okay, they upgraded Lisa. So what are the new stuff I can do in this game now? How do you access the newest content for Lisa Joyful Edition? Okay. If I remember correctly, Lisa takes place in a post-apocalyptic era with mutants and all sorts of things. They put you in some very impossible positions where either you save your ally or by sacrificing one of your limbs, or you let them die. Those kind of decisions.
Hmm.
And the game will continue whether you make it or not. It just affects on how you go about certain things in the game. Haven't finished it, but Lisa is a very interesting concept. The gameplay is a lot like not Earthbound. It's just that it's Earthbound that's in a post-apocalyptic area. I think you can use broken bottles. You use hands and kick and use guns. It depends on, but I think the main character, I think he's more of the fisticuffs and having a bat with a freaking nail in it to do his thing. So he's all about physical. A man with bald head and a beard and a cape, looking for his adopted daughter that he just child that he found and it was kidnapped, and that was the quest, is to rescue her. A very noble quest indeed. Yep, I definitely finished this game more bid than a 7 acolytes. Narnia boy, I definitely cleaned out this game 34 out of 34. Fun game. Very 80s. But the ending implies that there should be a sequel.
Yeah, they have a habit of doing that.
Neo Kuni 2, I haven't beaten it yet, but I have beaten the first one. The second game wants to really push the whole like strategy RPG parts that you do to rebuild this kid's kingdom. Because kid became a king after his father died. That's like the beginning of the game, but it's like that's not the main character, but they're making him to the main character. Even though your character you play was a government agent protecting the president, then I guess whatever I saw was like a nuke, and I was like on the was it the Lexington Bridge, and then somehow I warped into an alternate world, and that's sort of what happens. Either Saga Frontier or Obscure, but I think with Obscure I need to have a good controller. Yep, definitely. Because what's one of the achievements? Well, besides finish the prologue. Okay, these are pretty simple, but still. Let's see if my PS2 controller can work for this game. Because I'm confident playing Saga Frontier with the keyboard and mouse. Because it kind of plays like something if you're on a tablet or something, the way they remasters, it's the same game. It's just you can do quick saves. You can in Soccer Frontier when you ever play the game, the one thing you're gonna like about it is you can save anywhere. So if you gotta go somewhere, you can save and then you can just do whatever you need to do, which is nice. And the added fact that you can do New Game Plus, so that's good. That was never in the original. Oh yeah, pray. I'll get to you soon enough. Resident Evil 2, what am I missing? Oh yeah. Beat these characters on hardcore game mode. Well, I'll get to that soon, too. Because that was all about hell of a sheriff achievement, because that was freaking annoying. Hell of a sheriff. 6.6 of players have this achievement. Well, I can't blame them because it was a very, very annoying achievement to accomplish. Fucking hell. And yep, you got 44 out of 44, so you totally got that one. Resident Evil 4, you got 35 out of 46. Something went up with freaking Resident Evil 4, the original. For some reason, now it needs more space. Like, I remember being at 6 or 7 gigabytes, now it's 24.8. It's like, what the hell? What do they do to this game now? Separate Race is $10. Mercenaries is for free. Original soundtrack $24.99. Overwhelmingly positive. Hmm. Then how come I'm all happy about it? Oh, that's right. It's hurry up, get to where you need to go. And completely fucking up Ashley. That's probably why I'm a bit different about the game. Resistance, don't care. I'm never gonna play that game ever. Seven, Resident Evil 7, seven achievements. 33 minutes. I haven't even played the game yet. I haven't officially played the game. I was just listening to music and looking at pictures. Oh yeah, when I turned on Soccer Frontiers, Square was like, "Oh, you have to make sure you sign in to Square." It's like, why? But when I played it the first time, it never had me do that. Final Fantasy VII, they definitely did. Square Enix. Ugh. Of course, David likes them because they just, yeah, I think they gave him a free copies of Final Fantasy Pixel. I don't know either the fact that he likes Final Fantasy or they think the fact that he's gay and they're like, oh, you better be nice to him. We don't want to be considered as homophobes considering what we're dealing with right now. Who knows? Freaking Square. But that's the name of that song that's from that place. It's called Tartarus. But that's what it's called. Interesting. And here I thought that Virgil was a female, but it's his androgynous man. Well, he does look buff, but he's also pretty, so that means, yeah, he's a mystic. Mystics are like that. So 82 sound music, 82 songs. Hmm. Yeah, but who would I play first? Go by what I did when I was a kid or pick something different? I played blue first. Maybe I'll choose him first. T260. He's pretty cool. I do have to say it is very keyboard and mouse friendly, so yeah, I'm testing it out. It was either this, Baldur's Gate, or Obscure. I have to test out my PS2 controller, like I said, if it's compatible. I remember watching you play, but never played it myself.
When little Miss May kept trying to have sex with me.
It says you own this game, but have you finished it? Let me
What game?
see. 7. Let me see, because I got everything from this game, so I'll check your profile right now. You have 1,212 games. Okay, type in the word 7. You have 0. Oh, you bought this game? Oh,
What game?
I want this game too. Shantae and the Seven Sirens.
I yeah, I think so. I kept looking at it in my inventory, and I was like, yeah, let me just buy this.
Yeah, this is the newest Shantae game. That's the only Shantae game you have. And that's the newest one. That's the only one I'm missing besides the very first game, which is not even available for PC. Which means that Wonder Way Forward can just, remake the game. Because that game is old. That's like Game Boy Color old. You have Shantae Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero, and Rissy's Revenge. The other one's the Ultimate Edition. I got that for free because I kickstarted Half Genie Hero at the beginning. Shiny, Shovel Knight. Yeah, I haven't finished the other unlockable characters. Oh yeah, Soma. Haven't finished that one either. Is it really your imagination because, or is it because of your brain tumor, or you are in the some underwater base? We don't know. Soul Calibur 6. DLC, 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 DLC. And fucking Spyro the Dragon Reignite Trilogy got all the achievements, 105. God damn. Kids game my ass. This game is not easy. The games, three, plural. Sundered, I definitely completed that one. Oh yeah, speaking of this company, there's also the Viking game I haven't finished yet. Think I beat the first boss. And it's another female character, but a female Viking. She's very hefty, so I can believe she can wield an axe. She got thick legs, thick arms, and long red pigtails. And of course, a Viking helmet. Her weapon of choice is an axe. Tales of Symphonia, oh yes, I remember you. I took a long, long break from you because of all the grinding I had to do for you. Yeah, 1.7% achievement. Clear the game with its difficulty set on hard challenge. And 1.0, Kratos has obtained all of his titles. 1.0, 1%. Shit. That was annoying. Because sometimes these achievements would just drain you the hell out of you. Yeah, I think he gave me this one, Tales of the Neon Sea. This is not like the Tales game. This is more like a detective game. It was pretty fun. 58 out of 58. Yep, I did all the goddamn missions. Those pain in the ass missions. Mission 24 and mission 25. I still have 7 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 more achievements to complete this game. Acquire 10 million gold. Push 200. Finish the snowboarding under 40 seconds. That's hard as fuck. Travel 5,000, 50,000 miles. Fill out the monster manual. Think I missed some monsters. So I have to play the game again anyway. Where are the other ones? Let me see. Oh yeah, acquire the titles for all characters. Use every save point. View every skit. Fill out monster book. Yeah, but a lot of just grindy crap. I was playing this game for fun. Not to collect, don't get me started. Tales of Cetaria. Have to beat this game 5 times to get his achievement, but the story just didn't care for it. And oh yeah, the Cowabunga collection. This one was a straight beat the game, get achievement next. Beat the game, get the achievement next. Kind of like the Castlevania 1 collection that you gave me, where all you do is beat the game, get the achievement, whereas the other one, you do specific things to get the different achievements. Beat finished TMNT Arcade, finished TMNT Turtles in Time Arcade, Turtles in Time, the Hyperstone Heist Genesis, Turtles 2, Game Boy, the third game, and the rest you already know. Small update. Totally radical. Second patch of TMNT Cowabunga brings online play to TMNT 3. Manhattan Project Plus original artwork for TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman will be added to the Turtles lair along with other memorabilia. Online plays added to TMNT 3 Manhattan Project. Additional art, additional ads to magazine advertisement. Invite feature fixed for Nintendo Switch. Why would I care about Nintendo Switch when it comes to Steam? But okay. Anyway, Tekken 8 beta closed beta test has officially started. It officially opens October 23rd. Anyway, next. Tell me why. I, I got for free on Pride Day, on Pride Month. Made by the same people who did Life is Strange. Hmm. Oh yeah, the Thief series. This is